Okay, you can see me. I look halfway decent. All right, cool. Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm JR, your favorite photographer and plant dad, and we're here to talk about the camera that I will never, ever sell. Unless you give me $1 million, then it's gone. But other than that, I'm never selling it. Yeah, so I primarily shoot most of my photos with the X-Pro2. You'll see them up on screen. They're pretty cool, I think. And this is my second introduction into the Fujifilm system. And I just really like it, man. It's 5 years old, but it has dual card slots. It has expandable ISO up to like 12,000 and some change, which by 5-year-old standards is not that much, but still, I like it, whatever. Argue with your mom if you want to. So, yeah, other than that, this holds up pretty well, man. It's 24 megapixels or 20.4 point whatever. I don't do math. But yeah, it's still pretty good. It still holds up pretty well. The resolution I can get out of this is pretty damn good. And with the firmware upgrade, it shoots 4K. Not using it for 4K. I have other cameras that can do that a lot better. My phone can do a lot better, but still, it's not why I bought this thing. I bought this thing because it's, what's the word I want to use? Tactical. I've seen photographers that do a lot of documentary work, photographers that do a lot of photojournalism style stuff, and this is the camera that they're using if they're not using Leica or something way more expensive, but I don't have no money. So, you know, I found this on eBay used for about $800 about 2 years ago, and this thing has made its money back in spades. I use it for events, I use it for portraits, I use it for landscapes, and literally just my everyday street photography setup. That with the, where is it? The 23 millimeter by Viltrox, which is a 35 millimeter equivalent, which is actually recording this right now. It still holds up really, really well. The autofocus is still pretty sharp, still pretty quick, and the JPEGs and RAWs are actually really, really good. The Fujifilm colors, people always rave about. I don't care about that stuff, but you know, it looks cool. I guess it's informative or whatever. But yeah, this is one camera I probably won't sell. This is my Leica. This is my M, I don't know, whatever M is popular, the M10, M8, M6, this is mine. I have a friend who has a graphite version of this, which he really liked, had the graphite version of this, which he really enjoyed. I had a friend of mine who had the X-Pro1, and I actually started with the X-Pro1 with a 25 millimeter, but I sold it to get this, and this was so much better. Like, look at it, it holds up really well. The hot shoe's a little beat up, but you know, the styling of it is very niche. It's very timeless to me because it looks like the older Leicas and stuff like that. People kind of was just holding stuff just to look cool, and I think it still holds up pretty well. I'm very particular when it comes to certain images, and I'm particular with weight. I'm a small dude. Well, not small, but I'm strong enough. Don't play with me. I'm strong. But yeah, I'm a smaller guy. I don't want to carry like 10 pounds worth of equipment and 10-pound cameras with lenses and all that stuff. And this with the 35 millimeter and the Nikon 50 that I have adapted to a camera, I can actually use and get most of the work that I do done. I do have Canons. I've had Sony. Now I've had Nikon. I haven't had Sony, but I've had Nikon and Canons, and I've enjoyed them both, but this is the one that keeps me coming back to my photography. This is the one that keeps me grounded as a photographer because it has all the buttons that you need, but I programmed them to focus. Yeah, it has all the buttons that you need. I programmed half of these buttons to do nothing. So, you know, I'm strictly using the shutter speed, ISO, and aperture just to make the images that I need to make. Focus points help. It's a lot of them for Fuji's. Even in 2021 standard, it was like 157 or 93, whatever. It's a lot. If you know somebody that has a Fujifilm camera, they will tell you that they're very interesting with how they focus. The hybrid viewfinder system is interesting, and it's something to get used to because sometimes a strap or your thumb will end up here, and you lose your photo and you wonder, you lose your visual and you wonder why, but it's still great. I like it. It's durable. I have dropped this, I've gotten beat up, not beat up, but you know, it's gotten beat up by weather, gotten beat up by snow, gotten beat up by rain, and the lenses that I paired with it still held up pretty well. And yeah, that's what I really look for. I don't look for the newest specs. I don't look for the greatest features. I'm just like, look, can it get the job done and can it hold up? And this has held up in spades, and I will keep this as long as it can until it breaks. And when it breaks, I'm gonna buy another one because it's just that good to me. You know, I'm no expert. I'm a professional, but not an expert on everything. So, you know, I've managed to get the gear that I like, and when I like a piece of gear, I want to keep it as long as possible, at least 5 years. Then I can sell it on eBay for whatever and, you know what I'm saying, upgrade to something new if I need it. If I don't, then whatever, keep it moving. But yeah, this is a great little camera. It holds up very well. It's definitely worth getting. If you see it on eBay for like $600 or $700, buy it, because believe me, when the Fuji, the 100Vs and X-T4s and X-T3s and stuff like that, those are wonderful cameras, but this one will always be the one that is very close to my heart. This is the one that kind of started me on the Fujifilm system and really in depth on the Fujifilm system and kept my interest for years to come. But yeah, man, thank you all so much for enjoying whatever this video is supposed to be and why I still use this camera. Catch you guys in the next video. Follow me on all my socials at JR The Witness, and I thank y'all so much, and I will catch y'all in the next video. Peace.